Hello, I'm MattConco. This is going to be my breakdown of my remix of Under Haze by Cosette. I'm going to make this quick because it's not, I mean, compared to other people's, I'm imagining it's not going to be that interesting, but here's my dull blue and grey FL Studio project for everyone to look at. I mean, first thing to say is probably with the vocals, I did pretty little with them. I kind of just trusted that they would be good as they were because they sounded good in the original, so I just dragged them in. Maybe gain staged just a bit differently. I think I just brought the BVs down because I kind of the instrumental's a bit busier in the high end than maybe the original is. So I kind of just thought I don't want it stuff to be competing in the high end, so I kind of just dragged them down. But that was kind of it. The leads are going into just split there. One of them's got a delay on for an effect near the end. They go routed into this distortion track where I think I've just got some drive on shaper box, EQ, compression, and then they go into this thing, which is I'm kind of being lazy. I'm just like actually just pitching on the entire vocal bus, like the lead vocal bus, where all the vocals get sent to. Basically, I'm just on Little Altar Boy. I'm just adding formant and plus 2 semitones, so the whole track's 2 semitones higher than the original. And it's making it sound kind of gritty, so we'll just play that. I can just there's like a ton of artifacts, to be honest. Like the quality, I've kind of low-key ruined the vocal by doing that, but hopefully you don't notice too much with all the other stuff going on. But yeah, it's just a distortion and the altar boy. Sitting here in my room. You can hear how much like cleaner it is without that on, but that's kind of how I did the vocals, and I just kind of left it at that, built the whole track just around that, and just went to working out what the chords were. So yeah, the chords are, I'm just using layers of keyscape, basically, custom grand, and then we've got a hybrid, like 2 different E pianos playing. So we've got 2 different pianos. So there's like a drop piano, which is this. And you'll hear there's a little bit of pumping going on, which is just this, which is actually, this is different from the sidechain. This isn't to do with the kick on, this is just like a 4 on the floor, little kind of side, like kind of 4 side chaining that's going on, which is just kind of giving it a little bit of a pump because I felt like it needed a little bit more movement in it. And that's kind of, I think most of the main instruments are just going through that, like the reese and the chords and everything, just kind of go through that after the side chain's applied. So just an extra bit of volume ducking that goes on there. So we've got that layer, which is the main grand, and that's layered with that E piano. And then we've got some background stuff, so we've got really basic saw waves, just plucked with a bit of verb on it. And it's got delay and panning on it. Give it a bit of space. I've got an extra hit here. That just follows the snare pattern, so that's just in the background. Just to kind of keep everything rolling and moving. And then we've got the bass, sub bass, literally just a sine wave. And then this, which is free space. Just a macro on like the filter, I think. On this one. This is a preset from a guy called Southby, who, and him and a guy called Drinks on Me, they do like beat battles. I'm in their Discord server and they do some live streams, and I think this just came off like a track walkthrough they were doing, and I think he just dropped the preset in the chat or something, or in the Discord. That's where this came from, and I just kind of kept it because he's a decent drum and bass producer. Like his main genre's that, mine isn't. So I kind of just look for presets where I can for things that I know. If I know that I have a sound that sounds good, I won't waste time trying to make it if I know someone else has already made a good one, so it's super useful. So yeah, that's what that is. and they all together sound like. And that's all the instruments, and then we've got just loops, 2 layers of the snare, a loop all together, a little violin stab at the start, and then I think there's like a background, and that is just an atmosphere sample off Splice. It's the same, a little bit different, but basically the same shape on it, just kind of pumping. And that's your lot for the drop, basically. Intro, I kind of just, I think I brought the chords out. They're on a slightly different piano. This is the Noir, that's how you say it, Contact. Slightly brighter, because there's less elements, I wanted it to be a bit brighter. And then I think I bring the keys back in. There's also this in the background guitar. Say guitar, it's this guitar preset. Again, just off Splice, bit of reverb. I spent very little time making sounds, to be honest, because I just have a library of sounds that I know I like, and then I just pull from those, and I kind of just focus on getting the chords and everything right, because, you know, I'm been playing keyboard piano for 18 years, and I've only been producing for 8, so I'm kind of a composer and keyboard player, like, first and foremost, so I kind of put most of my mind to that, and if I know good sounds exist, I just use presets. So, just that in the background, just add a bit more. As it starts to build, I've not gone like super crazy on the build up, like pretty minimal on the rises and stuff. I think it's literally just I bring the hats in and then yeah, literally it. About as basic a build up as you can get. I think there's another atmosphere in the breakdown, which is just shape of rocks. You've got drive again with like a pattern on the drive, like a pitch down with a little fade does anything, and then volume shaper, and then into chroma, tune it, and then panning. And then we've got like a slightly more gnarly lead type. I think it's sort of guitar, but it doesn't really sound like a high quality guitar, but it works in the background. You don't really notice how crap it is. And here I think we've got a little bit more on the build up. We've got a riser, and then we've also got like the reverse vocal. So what I do on that is I just play the vocal out, and I go on master, and I put in a big verb on the master, and then I just record in out the playlist, and then bounce it back in, reverse it. That's the usual way of doing that. And then into the second drop, not much different, to be honest. I think it's a different. I don't even know if that's in key, if I'll be real with you, but it might be. Not really, but it's there, and it's an impact. And then, yeah, this end bit where I went a little bit more crazy with the lead. So we've got, and I just kind of let that like slide just go into reverb and just stay at the end just like that. And then I think I did this like major, like messy delay on this as well. just a fat load of delay on that, basically. What else have we got? Anything different? Bass is very slightly different in this drop. There's like an 808 thing that I do instead of the re-space. Just a little, what is that? Yeah, 808 sample even, just in there. Yeah, that's your lot. I obviously thought that was good enough. I called it a day there. So yeah, that's a look into my very basic, very messy, very grey FL Studio project. Hope you enjoyed. Cheers.